There we go. I think we're recording and I think we're broadcast live as well. So hello everybody, this is 23rd of November 2015, almost the end of the year. We have like a month and a week left. Scary. With all the days off and all the holidays and everything else, it's probably like more like 5 more days of work and meetings and stuff. So in case you're super busy right now, you better get busier. Welcome to the community meeting for SUMO. This is yet another week, and we're going to have some updates for you. Not many, because there hasn't been many things going on. Usually that time of the year is the kind of freeze time, not only because of the weather in certain parts of the world, but also because of many events taking place and people just slowing down and planning ahead for the next year. So, without further ado, please add your name to the participants list if you're in the meeting, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on the SUMO channel to make sure that we also include all the people there. We have special guests today, Philip and Slayer, yay! And Ashikor as well, obviously. Well, yay! Thank you for joining. It's really cool that you could join. We are going to go through the agenda, but before we get into the agenda, of course, if anybody has anything big not listed in the agenda yet, or very important to announce, any last-minute things, do let us know right now. Okay, we don't have any action items from last week or roundtable items neither, so we're going to move over to the contributors of the week. And I think this is you, Madalena?
I think it's Philip.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
They are two great contributors in the forum, and yeah.
Okay, so definitely big kudos to them. I don't really, to be honest, I'm going to admit it, I'm not in the forums as often as I could be.
So
sorry for that.
I can talk about it. Philip is shy, although he nominated them. The contributors of the week this week are Scribe, and I will not try to read the second one. I'll just say Daskarhu, because that's how we know him on the forums. But on IRC, but on the forums he uses, or in support.mozilla.org, you have that really weird Xoksuponyo username that I cannot read. So they have been helping tremendously on the forums, and they're also present on IRC. So thank you so much for everything, guys, and I'm happy to see new faces always. Taking all the questions and trying to handle them. So congratulations to your contributors of the week, and if you're not online, you shall receive a email from myself, or better from Philip, to let you know. So thank you once more, and everybody, if you see them around, please say hi and congrats, because they're really, really helpful.
Oh, what do I miss? What were they helpful about?
We're talking about the contributors of the week, Roland.
Yes, we have two very special contributors in the forums, so thanks for being awesome and helping out and making things easier for a lot of people with your presence and your expert knowledge. Okay, cool. For the development updates, we don't have many today. Just remember there's a platform meeting on Thursday, because I don't see Kadir here, so I assume he's going to update us all on Thursday. That meeting on Thursdays is as well open, so anybody can join. It just takes a video app, or you can watch it online as well. And you're definitely invited to come over and take a look and ask questions if you're curious about the development of Kitsune and other projects around SUMO. Okay, so for Firefox Desktop, Mark, you had some issues with the internet, but I think you're back. I can see you there, and you pinged me on IRC as well. So do we have any news about Firefox?
I'm back. The only news this week is that GTK3 for Firefox Desktop for Linux. Right now, the plan is to require GTK3 for Firefox 43, which is released on December 15th. That doesn't look like it's going to change, so that It was going to happen originally in 41, but it looks like it's finally going to happen in 43. But that's it. There's no news is good news. I guess there's not really much happening after this big release. I'm really excited to see everybody in Orlando in 2 weeks. Not everybody, but everybody who's coming in 2 weeks. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Any questions to Mark about any of the things he mentioned?
Or anything I didn't mention.
What are the winning lottery numbers next week?
Oh, let's see, 5, 13. Okay.
Okay, I think we have Danish adding stuff here right now. I hope it's Danish. Maybe it's somebody else, but we do have a long list of people actually. And yeah, it should be Danish. So because he just added a roundtable item. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go through the agenda and then get back to the roundtable items just to make sure that we cover this correctly. Firefox OS and Firefox for Android. Roland, take it away.
You mean iOS?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Android and iOS. Sorry, because I'm totally wrong and you're totally right. Joni's not here, so we're going to speak Firefox.
I was
sorry.
visiting my home region of Canada this week, and my computer got stolen while I was at the hotel with my sister. So I'm a little bit discombobulated, but because I'm using my old computer, luckily I still have it. Anyways, for Firefox or Android, we are writing the articles 43. I will copy and paste the list of articles that Jody and I, which you could see through the publicly available spreadsheet that nobody looks at because it's hard to follow. That Jody and I are working on, and we'd love your help if you're available for Android articles. I was away last week on a tribe course working with others, or whatever it's called. Mark and Joni were there. Any questions on Firefox for Android? Where is my... Yeah, okay. Shall I move on to iOS? Hello?
Sounds like it, yeah. Go on.
Okay. Firefox for iOS was released a few weeks ago, and we're looking at the feedback. And we'd love your help testing it and using it. And we are working on we released 1.2, which was an upgrade. And we're working on all the things that people want, like find in web page, which is a big feature request, syncing from iOS back to your Android or back to your Windows, Mac, or Linux desktop computer for the new year, or release sometime in the new year. I'm not sure early. I can't obviously give a date, but that's what we're working on in iOS. Any questions?
Going, gone. I'm going to just take a very quick look on IRC. Indeed, the internet is slow in many places. But fortunately, it's not loading backwards, so we still get, the most current versions of websites ever. That would be scary. You would just, the internet Wayback Machine if it was just the default mode for anything. Okay, thank you very much, Roland, for this. As I said, Joni is away today, so we don't have any updates for the knowledge base either. For LTNN, the only update I have for now is we will have milestone announcements coming to some dashboards. So for some locales, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start posting milestone goals for the month or for the quarter, depending on the size of the group of people working on it, so that it's going to be easier for people to simply see what it would be a good focus for them to work on localization. Because right now, for the majority of the groups, we have somebody overlooking what's going on and reviewing things. However, I did get some signals from people asking for a bit more guidance. So this is going to address that issue, and you will be getting in the dashboards and in the community threads for each and every community a goal, generally one, because I think it's easier to start with one thing and just measure one thing and see how it goes on. So that's going to start happening, and the locale leaders are going to get informed about it as well, so that there's no surprises for anybody. Does anybody have any questions about that? Okay, we're moving over to the support forum, and Madlena, that's you.
Yeah, hi everybody. I hope you're having a great day and a great week. See some smiles. So on the forum, for those who are not following what has been happening in the community forums, there was an issue with the heartbeat bar that was promoting Firefox for iOS, if I'm not mistaken, appearing to many users many times, and we had a lot of complaints on the forums regarding that. And that is now turned off and it should work properly. Please check the thread that I posted there from the community forums. Tyler has posted some updates, and he explains very well what is that supposed to do. So if you have any questions or any more concerns regarding the heartbeat bar, please just update that thread, or you can ask Tyler directly. I'm sure he will be more than happy to help you out with that. But yeah, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who has signaled that and let us know that there was a problem, because this is very important that we know where something like this happens and we have a lot of users complaining, so that we can actually act quickly on it. So your feedback was very valuable, so thank you so much. And yeah, any more questions around this, feel free to use the community forum. We're there to explain everything that is going on. And that's it for me for now.
Okay, thank you, Madalena. Any questions for the support forum and for Madalena about this? Okay, so let's move on to community things. I added 3 things in there, and Madalena, feel free to stop me or delete something in panic if I posted too much. Hopefully I haven't. First of all, thanks to Guy's initiative, and thanks to I wish I remembered all the names. I'm very, very sorry that I don't. But thanks to Abakar's emails and coordination, we're going to meet with the Ivory Coast Mozillians this Wednesday, hopefully, if everything works out, and we're going to chat with a group of 6 contributors about their engagement with SUMO. So that's going to be fairly interesting. We're going to report more about that once we meet and discuss things. Hopefully it's going to be productive and interesting for everybody involved. Then we will be following up on the failed visa applications for anybody who was invited to Moslando by us, and we'll be talking about this with George and with Francisco from the participation team, because there are different issues that different people in different countries face when applying for a visa, and one of the main kind of problematic issues is many officials do not simply understand the idea of being a community contributor, like a volunteer for a project the likes of Mozilla, and it's unusual for people to just travel and do well, it's not even for traveling for work, it's more like traveling to meet with people during a conference for volunteer work. So the thing is, we will be trying to address this somehow. The thing is, on the SUMO side, we cannot really do much. We'll try to bring it to the participation team's attention and use the numbers and their experience to influence somehow the whole process. The bottom line, unfortunately, for this is, as much as we would like to get everybody everywhere all the time without any problems, the geopolitical situation in the world and the way countries operate is a bit beyond our influence level. So there's sometimes things we cannot really influence, and we'll do our best to make sure that we have more people meeting in more places. But yeah, we'll simply see how far we can get with that. If there's going to be some problems, we'll try to make it as clear as possible for anybody, figuring out in advance whether they can join an event or not, whether it's actually possible for them or not, so that we save people's time and worries and expectations that cannot simply be met. So apologies for all those on behalf of us that cannot really get visas, and we would really wish that it would be much simpler than going through all the bureaucratic. Democracy is good, bureaucracy is bad. That's the wrong kind of crassy. Yeah, sorry.
We all move to Spain and live with Mikhail and get Spanish citizenship, and then that way we don't have to worry. We just stay in the Schengen zone.
Yeah, and there's loads of sun and good wine here. Everybody's invited. Okay, and the last thing is Madalena and myself, we're working on a community satisfaction survey, and we don't have it ready just yet, but it's going to be coming soon, and you're going to see it one way or another. So for now, we're not asking for any feedback or any input yet, but it will be rolling out at some point in the near future. We're working with Kadir on that as well, so he's helping us from the numbers side and kind of the analysis side. We'll have it together at some point before the end of the year, and then we'll definitely survey everybody around from the SUMO community. So be ready to answer some really fun questions or tough questions, depending on your state of mind. Okay, any questions about that or any of this so far? Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to very quickly, we have the time, we're going to very quickly roll up, and I'm going to read it out because I think Danesh added this item, but he's not on the call, so I'm just going to read it out in his name. The topic of the roundtable that was just added is canned replies on Army of Awesome, and this was added by Danesh. And the description is, we have canned replies for desktop version of Firefox and Firefox OS, which redirect the users to corresponding support articles. Similarly, it is possible to add more canned replies which redirect the user to the support articles for Firefox on Android. So is it possible to add something for FFA and also for Firefox on iOS? The request is here to...
oh, I thought we had some already.
Okay, generally to add more canned replies to Army of Awesome. So yeah, Roland says he thinks...
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be confusing them with the forum.
Ah, and we had a forum thread about that. Okay, cool. I'm just going to click through to there. Yes, so we had, okay, we had Andrew on it.
Just to jump in there, that is something that I'm going to be working on throughout the next couple of weeks, updating all the replies and AOA stuff.
Cool.
Awesome. So Custom Slayer, thank you. It's good to have the right person at the right time to answer the right question. Perfect. Great. That's a really cool way of addressing an issue. Okay. Thank you very, very much for that. Okay. So with that, I'm just going to ask if anybody has anything else to add or mention or submit to the discussion right now before we call it a day, or actually, well, some people are starting, so let's call it that the meeting is simply done and we all go our way. What was that, Madalena? You want to say something?
I was saying goodbye.
Okay, well, that's still saying something. Okay, since there is silence on all channels, and I'm just going to pick Irish.
Did we talk about people being gone for Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving?
I'm here.
Actually.
Good point.
It's at the bottom of the Etherpad.
Yeah, good point. So since there's Thanksgiving in the US next week, I guess, or is it starting this week?
No, this week. It's this weekend.
Right? Ah, right. It's 26, which is okay. It's a Thursday. Okay, yeah. So generally that means a lot of people will be gone for a lot of the time. Johnny and Rachel are going to be out all of the week. Well, you had your Thanksgiving before that, right? Yeah, there you go. But Tyler and Mark will be out of Thursday and Friday. Okay, so
happy turkey, Americans. Happy
turkey eating.
Gobble gobble.
And yeah, get back fit and not fat.
And keep your laptop bag in clear sight on your person, unlike me, in the airport or at the gas station or wherever, train station, wherever you Americans are traveling. All right.
Okay. So yeah, and with that, I think we can call this meeting ready and finished. And I wish everybody a very good Monday and or Tuesday, depending on your time zone and time of the day. And yeah, you know where to find us. Stay in touch and see you around this week.
Now choose.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Later, dudes.
Bye.